This video will guide you through the world of dynamic microphones. We'll discuss what they are, what they do, and how they work. Let's dive right into it. Chris here from Videomaker. There are timecodes below if you want to know what we're covering or want to jump to any place in the video. Are you a beginning filmmaker? If so, we have a shopping list of the 9 essential things every beginning filmmaker needs when getting started. To get it, click on this card or the link in the description. Dynamic microphones used for video production are microphones that convert sound into an electrical signal by means of electromagnetism. They do not require phantom power to function. Dynamic microphones operate on the principle of electromagnetic induction. Picture a piece of conductive metal suspended in a magnetic field. Moving the metal within this field results in a current relative to the size and direction of the movement. A typical dynamic microphone capsule package includes a thin diaphragm with an attached voice coil made of a conductive material surrounded by a permanently charged magnetic structure. Air pressure in the form of sound waves reaches the diaphragm, which cause it to move. That movement translates into the attached voice coil, which generates a current as it moves up and down the magnetic field. To summarize, a dynamic microphone uses permanently charged magnets and requires no additional power. The conductive voice coil's movement inside the magnetic structure's field generates a current. A dynamic mic has many applications. They're not as delicate as other types of microphones. You'll see a dynamic mic in every type of recording situation. They're versatile and tend to be rugged. Dynamic mics don't need phantom power, so they're a great option when it's unavailable. Always choose a mic based on how you're going to use it. Dynamic mics come in many shapes and sizes. One of the most recognizable is the handheld dynamic mic. This is what you see on stage or in the hands of a reporter. The next one is one you'd see in a broadcast setting like a radio station or a podcast. They're also found in the studio setting. Keep in mind that if the microphone's going to be held, choosing a mic that cannot be held without a stand would be a poor choice. Because dynamic mics are found in situations where they need to be held, handling noise should be considered. Test your mics to see what, if any, handling noise issues they have. The best place to start is to choose a mic that's meant to be held or use a stand. Another common problem you might encounter is that there's no signal or no input. Handheld dynamic mics are notorious for being accidentally turned off. If the mic has a mute or on-off switch, check that first. It's likely to be the issue. If the problem continues and is not the mute or on-off switch, check to make sure the cable is properly connected to the mic and its output destination. So let's listen to some dynamic mics. This is the E835. It is a handheld dynamic mic. It is a normal form factor that you would find just about on every stage in the world. It's going to be a tried and true form factor as well as be pretty robust out in the field. So this is a handheld dynamic mic. This is the Sennheiser MD 46. This has got a longer handle than your typical handheld dynamic mic. It's going to be found in the hands of a news reporter out in the field that is going to be able to have a little bit further reach to their subject. So this is the Sennheiser MD 441. It is a supercardioid mic. It has a very directional pickup pattern. It has a 5-position low contour switch on the bottom now. It's on S right now, and if I go all the way to the other side, it's to M. And now you can hear it sounds a lot different just by changing that contour switch it has on just the butt of the microphone. Here's another dynamic mic. This is the Sennheiser MD 421-2. This also has a 5-way contour switch, just like the last. Now we're on S. I'm going to go down to M. And you can hear it changes quite a bit by just changing that. This is a microphone that you're going to find all over the place. This is world renowned for working on tom-toms in the recording studio, but not likely to find on a set too often, but is great for voiceovers as well. So here's our last dynamic mic. This is the Neumann BCM 705. You'll notice it's a little different than the last one, or all of the last ones, in that it's on a boom arm. Now this is going to find itself in a broadcast setting. So for like a radio station or a podcast, it is on the end of a boom so you can have your hands free, so you can have it to read a script, to operate a computer or whatnot. And so it attaches from the top there and is another choice in the huge range of dynamic mics that are out there. Remember, if you'd like to get our shopping list of the 9 essential things every beginning filmmaker needs, click on this card or the link in the description. If you've made it this far, consider subscribing and liking this video. In the next video, we'll be covering the truth about condenser mics. Thanks for watching.